to go inside any of the small buildings out here. The dogs are out during the daytime, and the seniors they're there for their indoor outdoor anyway. So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then just a couple hopefully quick questions. How many volunteers do you have?
This is our volunteer log, but like I said, we have people that come down and, excuse me, want to volunteer, and then maybe it's not what they thought it was, and they don't come back. So I can't really say offhand.
During the summer, we have a large volume because we have a lot of college students and stuff that come on break. But then, you know, as fall comes, then it's time for them to go back to school or go back to, a lot of them just come out to California for the summer break. So we have a large volume during the summer, and then it gets down during the winter time as we go back to school.
Yeah. Okay.
How big is the facility?
Oh, it's a booster.
I don't know the exact dimensions, but we also own that lot next door.
Okay.
Oh, them too? Oh. Yeah. We've been trying to build over there, but with the economy being so bad, we haven't gotten anywhere with that. So I don't know the exact dimensions of the lot.
Okay.
I think everything is 2.5 acres.
Is it?
Including
The empty?
and that one.
Okay.
So you own 2.5 acres of. Okay.
It's not, I don't own it. It's run
Well,
by a
the-
board of directors.
But it belongs to the West End area.
Yeah, yeah.
How much, and along the same, a lot of these might be repeated because as we went along. How much space do the dogs and cats have?
The cats, they get out during the daytime, and I don't know the exact dimensions of each cage.
Okay.
So, but they live there.
So how many cats to a cage then?
Well, it depends on how full we are. So I'm trying to, this is our busy time of the year to adopt cats. So we try not to have more than 5 in a cage, but I think we have a little more right now, but that's not
So about
permanent.
5 per cage.
Yeah. And they do get out during the daytime, and they can go outside in an enclosed area. So I don't, you know, it's not like they're uncomfortable.
All right. And the dogs?
The dogs, their kennels are, I don't know the dimensions on those either, but they are in there at night and out during the daytime to get exercise.
So they have their kennels to get exercise?
No, they have their own kennels that they stay in at night, and then during the daytime they're out like in the back.
They're on the big pens.
How many cats and dogs would you have on average at any given, week or so?
40 and 60 dogs, I would say.
And maybe 150 cats, and that's everywhere because we have kittens. And, but I want to get it down to 100 because that's a little too much.
And like you said, what breeds of dogs and cats do you have? Is that in the brochure or something?
No,
No?
it varies. Like I said, we rescue dogs from kill shelters, and people bring in pets, and so it's not one specific breed. We try and keep a variety here, so that when people come down, they can have something to pick from.
How do you rescue pets from kill shelters?
The dogs, we go to Rancho Cucamonga and Inland Valley. We look online to see what's available.
You guys like adopt them yourselves and put them here?
They don't
We
have,
try to pick the ones that are closest to their expiration date, so to speak.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
yeah.
We try to pick from that list. People, also an important thing for people to realize is there's many purebred dogs in shelters. I mean, I've pretty much seen every breed that you would never expect.
And the cats, I normally go to Inland Valley, and I try and adopt the cream of the crop so that, you know, we can turn them around. I know people don't always have, they only keep the cats for 72 hours. And so at Inland Valley, that's for cats. Now dogs they keep longer. But a lot of people work and they don't have time to come down during the week, and so a really beautiful cat can be put to sleep just because people are not off during that time.
Okay, so you keep a variety of pretty much all breeds and types.
I imagine you could find any kind of cat you want out there.
And like, what's the most common breed that, I mean, that's probably that people like to adopt or something like that? Or again, it varies by personality
Well,
or what they like?
it's hard to say it's one particular breed. It depends on the person's family, whether they like large dogs. Maybe they like to go running with a dog. A little dog wouldn't do them much good.
No.
But a large breed dog, I don't know. There's so many. Everybody's got a different taste. What would you say is the most popular dog? Bulldogs?
Right now, German Shepherds, Boxers, Beagles are
Yeah,
very
I saw
popular.
Shepherd.
Pugs are always popular.
Boxers, pugs. There's one more you said. German
Beagles.
Shepherd. Beagles. There we go.
These ones up here, your guys' cats?
Most
Or
of them.
Most of them.
only? That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, this is the place to be if you want to be petted. I mean,
Yeah, everyone
goes
comes
by
in here.
and pets the cat.
Oh, how do you handle injured animals? How do you handle injured animals?
Some things we can fix ourselves. You know, it's just common sense on, you know, what to do. But if it's something that we can't do in-house, we send it to the vet.
And then they come back? Or, oh,
Oh, yeah.
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 We have them treated by a veterinarian, and they bring them, we go pick them up and continue their medication and stuff like that.
Okay. So what is the activity corner?
What is the what?
Activity corner? Back
The
there?
let's get to know each other.
No. The I'm sorry. Agility.
Agility.
That's just an
I read it wrong. I
exercise
read it
area
wrong.
for the
Yeah.
Would you read it? Activity corner?
But
It's
it's
just a bigger space to take some of the
It's a
more
longer
active
one, you know,
dogs
it's-
out to run and play.
So it's like, what did you say?
Exercise area,
Exercise area?
yeah.
training area.
And then if there's a lot of customers in our big area there, the volunteers can take those dogs over there and not bother, you know, putting them away because there's customers.
How often do you clean up the facilities? Both cats and dogs.
It's never ending.
Never ending. So
Yeah.
at least
So
once a
it's
day.
very,
We do most of our heavy duty cleaning from 8:30 to 10. We try to have everything pretty much cleaned up before we open at 10, but then it's continuous
throughout the day.
And then the kennel, the dogs are in the outside area all day, and then they're put in the kennel in the late afternoon, so the guys go out and the
Clean up before it gets
entire
dark.
outside area is cleaned up. So it's pretty much a continuous
Yeah.
pickup job.
So pretty much everything is thoroughly cleaned once a day.
Yep.
Yep.
And then ongoing maintenance throughout the day. And then on Wednesdays, we're closed to the public, so we do thorough such as pressure washing and all that kind of stuff. We do on Wednesdays, the whole entire kennel, everything is bleached, all buildings are bleached. Everything that it's really messy and you got stuff all over, so we do it on Wednesdays when the public isn't present, so that, you know, but the courtyard, everything is pressure washed and
Along the same lines of one before, how is the agility court used? Is that just for
The
training and
agility area?
exercise?
training and exercise for the more active dogs that need more space.
And is that just like one dog per time, or will you have two in there sometimes?
They can have as many as they want, as long as they all get along, and there's at least one person per dog out there to handle them.
Is that those kittens?
Are those the 3 that just came in? What do you guys? I think that's a question you'll ask later. I keep thinking of questions and I know we wrote them down, so we'll ask them later.
Dogs must. I need to write fast. Let's see, how the dogs kept cool and warm through the year. You know, respectively
like,
to
seasons.
the,
We have
A
ceiling,
mister.
yeah, we have ceiling fans and everything in the kennel. If it's excessively hot, we bring them in from out, we put them out in the morning to clean. If it's extremely hot, we bring them in, turn on all the fans and keep the kennels wet down. As far as cold, once you get everybody in the kennel and slide those big doors shut, it's actually very comfortable in there. Every dog on the inside of the kennel has a bed and we
we
have
saw
blankets.
Blankets.
For the cats,
Right.
we have air and heat there for them.
Yeah, if you try keeping the kennels too warm, what the dogs do is go out and sleep in the outside half. So you're better off giving them blankets on the inside, because if they get too hot, they drag their blankets out and lay on the outside in the cement. So
and for cold, you said you keep them indoors. And cats is not cold building. How often do they let the dogs out to play? As I'm learning more, I'm learning that you're kind of answering these questions.
they're taken out every day from 8:30 to about 3 o'clock every day.
Come on, I know you want to. Come on. There you go.
Hey,
Hey!
he's not taking your attention. Come on.
Gosh. Jealous little creatures.
Is that so? I mean, what? How used?
Yeah, that's what you were asking.
Okay. I don't know what I meant by this, but I'll ask it anyways.
You don't know. We don't know.
This is a questionable question.
Oh, he's so much help.
They do this time. This is
How do
normal.
you do paperwork with the help of a
Okay, Sarah?
20-pound cat?
Go visit over
They're
there.
doing calculus right
How is the main kennel used?
How is the main kennel used? For the housing of the dogs.
And feeding. They feed at night.
Yeah, housing and feeding.
Is it gonna rain?
It looks like it
Fritz Coleman says 10% chance tomorrow.
could. Really.
Oh, there we go. How often do you clean and groom
didn't say
the dogs
where.
and cats?
As needed.
As needed? Okay.
We have a groomer that donates her time if any of the dogs are beyond just routine bathing. We have a regular groomer that comes and picks up the dogs and grooms them, does their nails, everything.
Yeah, I think
She donates
cats
her time.
clean themselves.
They clean themselves, but Nancy does do a really good job of grooming the cats here. So.
So the person who does dog also does the cats?
No.
No,
Oh,
two different.
okay. I'm not a pet. I like them, but I just don't own them. What are the volunteers' jobs?
They pretty
What would
much
they
can
do?
do what they want to do, and as the longer they've been here, the more experience, then we ask them to do more and more. But they have to go through the orientation, like I told you, and for a while, you know, you just kind of have to follow and ask the kennel attendants or the Nancy out there in the cat building what
So
to do.
They kind of just ask what to do.
Yeah.
But they interact with all the pets. We have some that just like to do gardening and work with the flowers and plants. We have ladies who sew that make our new covers for the beds as the dogs chew them up. They sew new ones and make new. So everybody kind of does everything.
Okay. What times do the volunteers like get here and then leave?
Generally,
Like when
they
they
don't
want.
come
I mean-
before 10, and then they stay as long as they.
We don't set a time
We
for
don't
them. They
set a
set
time. The
what I'm-
hours are flexible. They can do as many or as few as they can get.
Okay. Not so much like an individual person, but like as a whole. Like, do you have a night crew that kind of that stays or watches them? And how early would they get here to start that cleaning process?
They don't do cleaning.
Oh, they don't. It's the employees. Okay. But do you have like a later crew after you guys? No. Oh, okay. How many dogs do you have up in? I think the outdoor pens is what I meant.
They're the same number
They're the
there would
same
be
number
in
that's in the
inside.
indoor. They
Inside.
just moved outdoors during the day.
Okay, because I saw some with 2. And so would both of them also be in the same?
No,
indoor one?
they only have friends outside in the pen, the play pens during the day. In the evening, they each go in individual kennels, so you don't have to worry about everybody eating everybody else's food or any conflicts in the evening when no one's here.
What is the dog of the day? I saw that over
Dog of the day, sometimes, occasionally we will have a special one or whatever that we'll put in that particular pen just to showcase it. You can have a dog that's been here for a year and all of a sudden you put it in Dog of the Day and everybody wants that dog because it's in Dog of the Day. It's just a strange thing.
Like, oh, this dog must be special.
Yeah.
And how's it chosen?
Pardon?
How is the dog of the day chosen?
Just randomly.
Just random. How long in the get to know each other pen do they spend to kind of go through the whole process of playing with the dog and making sure
How
it
long
gets
should
along
someone
with the
get
whole
to know a
family?
pet?
Minimum, it's usually what, 30 minutes? But it depends on, you know, if it's just a family adopting a pet, a single pet,
For the
that's the
first time,
only pet
yeah.
household, or if they have a pet at home, they need to bring their pet.
So that'd be like a 2-day visit or something?
Sometimes, and if the dogs don't get along the first time, we always extend the option that we can try it more than once, you know, if they're really interested in that particular pet. But at minimum 30 minutes, but as much time as they need to make their decision.
Okay. And is that both cats and dogs? Yeah, that
No,
would go
just
into
dogs.
just dogs. Okay. So then, what do you do for cats?
Actually, that's why they have that 15-day. They can bring the cat back if it's not working out at home.
And why the
Okay.
cats are free roaming out there, so they can sit.
Okay, so you just kind of play with the cat in there, and
The problem won't be our cats because they're around a whole lot of other cats, as you
You'd
can
be
see.
surprised
The
at how
problem
many
would be
people come in
the
with a
cat that they
specific
have at home.
cat in mind
And
sit out
because
there for a
cats
while,
become
and
very
one of the
territorial,
cats
this is my
goes
house,
up
why is a
them.
stranger coming in?
So, you know,
Usually they get over it, but
exactly.
if they
yeah.
don't, you know, They can call, like I told you, they can call us and we'll extend it in the time. But usually cats, you know, it's just like in here. They'll have a little spat like these two, but then they go on their way.
Should one little dog over there, like everyone's fine,
That little
Roxy,
black
the little
one,
black
yeah.
one.
Oh, it's got it down pat.
I
It's
know,
perfect.
I know.
Quiet.
So they don't bring their
Yeah.
cats in then.
It's like,
We coach some of them.
yeah.
They're,
I look at
smile,
that.
guys.
Yeah, look at that. This one's not gonna be here long.
Okay, I don't know why it's here. Is there a way of knowing if the pet's new home is going to be a good one?
A lot of our customers, our return customers, have adopted from us before. And we review the application. We spend, between NRI up here, our kennel attendants are very experienced and very thorough with people if we feel they're going to be good people with animals. It's just a judgment call. The only time, as far as the dogs, as far as house checks, is if it's a first-time pet owner and it's a large breed dog. You know, if their fencing doesn't appear adequate on what they put down on the application, sometimes we'll, you know, question them over that or whatever. But pretty much it's just the interview process.
Yeah. What?
But a lot of our customers that come and adopt pets have been here many, many times, and they've adopted from us before, so.
What do you mean by adoption process?
What's that?
Adoption process.
How long does it take? How much does it cost?
Okay. So for the adoption process, how long does that take from?
Most of the time, it can be done the same day, usually no longer than 1 or 2 days, and that's when we need a landlord approval, you know, especially if it's on a weekend, if they want to, you know, they can fill out an application on Saturday, but it might not be till Monday that we can contact the landlord, or they need to bring us their rental agreement, and if a deposit is required, proof that they've paid the deposit. So usually, I would say, 1 to 3 days, depending on if it's over a weekend or not.
But if
Most of the time it can be done right away.
yeah, if they own their own house and they've had pets before, and at least for the cats, you know,
Yeah.
they can go out the same day.
Okay, so cats go out same day, can go out same day.
Can. Yeah, but same thing with rental agreement. A lot of places don't allow pets.
Do you shop the dogs?
What shots do you need? What kind of shots? How old is this dog?
No, nada más dile que si aquí los vacunen.
Okay, go ahead.
And how much does it cost? I know it's in
The dogs
But
are
I need to know what
$175, all
shots the
dogs,
dog
cats are
needs.
80.
If it's a puppy, if it's an adult dog.
and it's a flat rate.
¿Cuántos meses?
Oh, ¿de cuántos meses?
Um,
Tiene
where do you keep the puppies and kittens?
No, un mes. Tiene
The
30,
kittens,
un mes.
well, kitten season is over now,
So,
so they don't have kittens during the cold winter months.
Mm-hmm.
We won't have kittens again until like April, May. So right now, we have a kitten room back here, but all of our cats are basically out there now.
Mm-hmm. So like with the exception of what you got this morning, there's no one in there.
No.
Uh-oh. There we go. And puppies? I didn't see any out there. But
Puppies are throughout the year.
okay, are they just?
As
Where do you keep them?
Where do we keep
Like
them?
if they were really
At night.
new.
The second building down is our puppy building, and we generally keep them in there until they're fully vaccinated and fixed. Once they're fully vaccinated and fixed, they can go into the main kennel. But the smaller breeds, we keep
stay
them
in
in the building at night because it's warmer and more comfortable for them in there. Hi. What shots do you want? Rabies is Saturday 10 to 12 or Tuesday 6 to 7.
Quarantine
Quarantine?
building questions.
Oh.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm gonna go out this door right here.
How do they get here? When the dogs and cats get to the shelter?
Yeah.
How do the dogs and cats get to the shelter?
How do they get here?
Yeah.
Our first priority is trying to take owner release pets. We try and take pets from owners that can no longer take care of their pets for whatever reason. But then after that, we go to kill shelters and bring them here.
Well, these puppy shots, we do every day except Wednesdays. We close on Wednesdays. If you need rabies, you have to come on one of these 2 clinics. Okay? And they don't need rabies
Why are some
until they're
cats
4 months.
caged and others are free? Like, is that
They
just
don't want to come out.
They just want this thing.
Well, they're shy. Maybe they don't like other cats so well, or they're just comfortable inside. But it's their call. We do have volunteers that go in and pet them and love them, but there's some outgoing, A personality cats, and there's some that aren't, Like this one is hardly shy, would you say?
Really? More protective over his petting time, huh?
What do the cats think about the outdoors?
They like it, but it's not a safe environment for them to be in a home life outdoors.
Yeah.
Because there's dogs and there's kids and there's cars and there's diseases and what have you. But they do like to bathe in the sun. They like the sun. I'm not accepting any more cats now. We're just too full.
Are they like 2-month-old kittens?
They're more like 5 months old.
They were born in November.
Here are some no-kill shelters. We have just too many right now. I'm really sorry.
Are these open today? So we're right in the process of moving.
You need to call them.
Right. And back to the outdoor thing is, how does that compare to other shelters or things? Do they also have things like that? Or, 'cause I don't.
If you go to any other, like I told you, we're the only no-kill shelter in San Bernardino that I know of. But the humane societies, they keep them in the stainless steel cages, but they don't keep them very long, so it doesn't make any difference.
Oh, so they don't get outdoor time.
Immediately. Oh.
What happened?
Petter was now sleeping in a pet. It's like, huh? What? Petting me?
She probably thought it was him touching
Yeah, well, that would explain the look. The indignant, no, I'm not giving this up. What are you bothering me for?
That basket is a prize position, so if anybody moves out of it, they're all waiting in line to see who can snag it next.
I don't know why that's so important. But you're in it now and you ain't giving it up, huh?
What all is in that outdoor kitten play area?
There's cat trees out there, toys.
Well, the cat trees though. Cats love to be in high places.
Yeah. But we got to be careful that we're not too close to the fence. I don't want.
Oh yeah, then they'll jump over.
But there's
Like,
chairs
hey,
out.
dogs!
There's chairs out there so the customers can sit, and that's how we adopt most of our pets. They sit down, and pretty soon one's in your lap, and that seems to be the one that goes home with
Oh
them.
gosh, there's this black cat that just followed me everywhere. I was like, yes? Oh, it's you again.
Translates into a family unit and,
We're almost done here.
somebody's it works
Okay, we got that one.
trying to explain this thing, so you have to understand it.
And kind of, I actually already asked this. Are the cats' cages cleaned daily also?
Oh yeah.
So,
Actually, Nancy does such a thorough job. She scrubs them down every day. That's a lot. Because
That
there's
is.
a lot. And so, yeah, I know, baby.
it was just basically recognized domestic cats.
Are those little dogs right there in the little hut, or are those cats?
That is a little dog. That dog is missing one eye, and it's old.
Really?
Research to figure out.
Somebody came in with it. Said they found it in the street, but I don't know if it's theirs or not.
How long has it been in here?
System and what, you know,
I
and
think-
then what's
I
the
think-
role of the cat within the brain system, which
I don't know.
maybe refuges.
6 months.
Well, the way my cats act,
I
I'm on
think-
the bottom of
I mean, maybe-
the right stand. I'm one of the lower ranking,
Well,
Old,
that's where everybody
back
else
legs
talks
are all
about,
spindly, and he can hardly walk.
Is there anything you wanted to touch on? We got the show around set up, get acquainted area, and how you house the animals. That
count.
did anything that those questions.